Listen, I'm not entirely stupid. Believe it or not, I actually respect that you're trying to put on a brave face and strong persona for freshmen. I can relate to that, as a matter of fact. But I was hearing the same thing all recess, as if I had amnesia. Beware of that boy. He's not acting like himself. He's a monstrous psychopathic class clown. Don't even look at him. I guess what I'm trying to say is, don't be afraid to be yourself just because someone new is in the room. Take it from me, who's been acting to see what makes me fit in more. It's a very isolated lifestyle, especially because it feels like any friends you make in that state is not really your friend, because you weren't honestly becoming close to them. Just like me, the hashtag you could hear. I'm only really doing it because I see myself acting in my future. Just make sure you really think about how you want to act around people. Whether you want to be the real you, or a super nice but kind of fake version, or something else. That's all. Later.
Okay. We'll get started. Man. Yeah, a lot of BS went down with this. And I might still need to do a bit of an audio test. Because, yeah, I've got it at the default values at the moment, but I don't know. Yeah, I might need to attend to that. I'll do a comparison in any case. Alright, why is this fucked off? Good, or is it on a different channel? Okay, that just gave me like that. Okay, yeah, we must have accidentally switched the HDMI. Whatever, as long as it works, that's the main thing. And with the proper coloring too, so that's really, really great. Right. Yeah, okay, so I'll put this into demo mode just to make sure we're all good. Oh, okay, I can't do that from title. Maybe it's GT4 I'm thinking of, but yeah, do that and test it out. Make sure that's all okay. I'm also trying to, if it's not clear, sort out the music stuff so it's all taken care of. And yeah, I'm pretty darn happy with that. Yeah, I don't think we need to do much, but yeah, all I really wanted was the main, 2, 3 that I grew up with, the rest of the Vita album. And are you gonna go my way? Because those are like I think the most commonly listened to ones. My experiences anyway. But by all means, if there is any curiosity for the other tracks, do let me know, and I will absolutely get on them. But yeah, how is that going? Music-wise, audio-wise. Yeah, I think we need to do much, but yeah, all I really wanted was the main 2, 3 that I grew up with, the rest of the Vita album, and that's pretty much not even. That doesn't even have audio. Oh yeah, like literally, like no audio at all. What the freak? Even though it's apparently here. That's so weird. I don't know why the audio is not working for that, but yeah, it's alright. I'll just make do with the TV audio, I think. I don't want to break the settings. Because that's the thing, it was already a bit of a mind scramble just to get it in its present state. And that for that reason, I don't actually have an amazing amount of time to get through many pre's. So I think like last time it might just be the one pre, maybe two, depending on how we go for time. Um, but yeah, that's basically the gist of it. I tried to get it working because I got up actually pretty early for the stream, and I was pretty tired anyway yesterday, so I just thought I'll get an earlier night in, and that way I have more time to get through this. Assuming there's no problems, no worries with the stuff. But yeah, no, pretty much right from the word go, just the TV wasn't connecting at all. And then when I tried to fix it, the Steam Deck decided to show up where the TV was still not showing up. And then it just seemed to make things worse. But finally, we're starting to, things are starting to look pretty good. Seemed to resolve the issue that I was running into with the iMac last stream because everything started to lag and get really slow. It was really weird. I reset the iMac and the problem was still there. So yeah, I basically had to unplug a few things. It does appear that the iMac does have a faulty USB slot, which explains why the 12 TB drive was not showing up, because that's exactly the slot it was working with. And it also explains why some other things have been happening. And I think the problem was the keyboard that was going through the 12 TB drive. And I think that was what was causing the prompt regarding the logic trying to connect to things. But yeah, it seems to be fine now, so hopefully that's it. It's just a one-off. But yeah, really, really bizarre, but things are looking up in that respect, which is really, really great. Yeah, alright, how does that sound? Which explains why the 12 TB drive was not showing up, because that's exactly the slot it was working with. And it also explains why some other things have been happening. And I think the problem was the keyboard that was going through the 12 TB prompt regarding the logic trying to connect to things. But yeah, it seems to be fine now, so hopefully that's it. It's just a one-off. Jesus. But yeah, really, really bizarre, but things are looking up in that respect, which is really, really great. Yeah, that's terrible. Still got to do something about the mic quality because yeah, that is. I do apologize. It is abysmal. Absolutely abysmal. But I don't know what's going on with it. And I was kind of hoping I was right with my suspicion that I had this morning because when I tried to fix up the issue regarding the hard drive and all that, because the last time I tried to stream on the PC for the channel anniversary, the mic was not showing up at all, and I'm like, oh great, another problem to have to deal with. But I just was like, yeah, no, not doing that, not dealing with that right now. Just do it on the iMac, and that'll be that. But then came back to do this stream this morning, and same problem awaiting with the mic just not being there. So it basically forced me to have to deal with that. And then what I came to the conclusion of is maybe what the mic was going into was also the reason to why the issues I was encountering on the iMac were happening, since it's kind of linked and talking with each other. So ultimately, it seemed like, okay, maybe the mic's on the way out. Maybe I should try to do something about that. Maybe that's why the PC on the PC the quality isn't as good. But no, that didn't turn out to be the issue because, like I said, it did seem to be the keyboard. So yeah, a bit frustrating in that respect because it still feels like we're back to square one as far as the mic on the PC goes. Because yes, okay, cool, I got it working and commentary, but this fucking quality, what the hell, like honestly. So I really don't know what I can do about this mic quality, and it's to the point that I almost would put the commentary off so it's all just raw gameplay audio, but I just showed it. We don't even have gameplay audio, so I don't even know what's going on with that. I don't even know if I can record anything with audio for that matter. So yeah, frustrating. But anyway, what do we need to do for this? Okay, so at least 190 or motorsport at least. Take your poison. Alright. And can I do this? Okay, that prompt is actually annoying. It never used to pop up, but yeah, alright. Again, I'm hoping that by ticking off the updates, we won't be subjected to any more of that BS, but we shall see. Alright, so it looks like we're going to need to get an Elise or two. Where are they again? I forget. No. No. Eh? Maybe I'm looking for the wrong lurger or something. Yeah, okay. I see. Okay. And I presume that it probably won't like it if I do like the fastest. Oh, guess not. Well, okay then. Unless that's like the norm. Oh yeah, that totally is the norm. Alright. Wait, 190 is the one that got qualified? That has to be slower, surely. Well, maybe it's because it's slower. Why they put it at the front? Alright. I don't think I've ever done this pre before, so this, should be educational. So I actually did play on hardware going back about this time, about a month ago. Dug out the DualShock 2 and the game disc and put it on. Thought, yeah, what the heck, it's the anniversary and, well, not on the day, but this year does mark its anniversary, so yeah, what the heck. And, I was a bit surprised. Because it really felt like there was absolutely no input delay. And, yeah, I really was quite surprised, because it made me realize that, oh crap, even on Steam Deck, there is at least a little bit of an input lag. Wait a minute. Is he actually faster than me? Oh shoot, he is. Right as I save stated too. Could have gone back and tried a different one, but oh well. Unless it's because I released the acceleration. Could be that. Hopefully it's that. No, he totally seems faster than me. Huh. So I have to be mindful, because if I do it while I'm holding A, it will pause it. Maybe not, because it didn't pause at that time. Is that not? That doesn't seem doable. Which is weird, because I've done the equivalent of this on GT4 with debatably an even slower car, but yeah, there we go. Nice. He had one job, save it, but he didn't. At least we know it's possible. Oh, what in the fuck? Is it just weird with slower vehicles? Because, like, what? Seriously? It's true, though. I really don't have much experience doing this with the slower vehicles. Even though I have done it, at least on GT4. Nice. Yeah, that certainly is much more difficult, for sure. The sane person would say that's impossible and gracefully give up. That's the thing, especially on hardware, because, you know, that very much was the case back in the day, pre-save states, pre-emulation. How much time are you going to put into, you know, because that's the thing, like, it's the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. But when it comes to glitch hunting, it's a whole other ballgame can of worms, I have to say. The science of game programming. Come on. Just got it. Yeah, I don't know if it's just a case I just am not going fast enough. I wouldn't think so, because I feel like I would be going even faster than before. Because I didn't have as many, like, releases from the acceleration. Come on. Maybe I, like, really need to go straight into the corner as I reach it. It does kind of seem that as soon as I, like, ride the wall a little bit, it's almost like that straightens it out and causes it to happen even more. was that? And before I could still reach first position from here. I don't know, would that take 30 seconds to get to the corkscrew? Corkscrew? No, that doesn't sound right. The hairpin. Corkscrews for Laguna. That's the thing too, I haven't tuned this, so it's entirely possible that while I might be able to win, ooh wow, only just. Yeah, it's entirely possible that even though I might be able to win this, I could still be dealing with potential losers. Well, not even losers, but just a case where, yeah, last place is going to be, well, that's interesting, because qualifying is saying, no, dude is slower. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, no, I haven't turned it, so I do wonder. Yeah, I definitely am slower. Yeah, might not be a bad idea for me to tune the shit out of this before I do anything else. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. I mean, that's even harder to do than the others from experience. Very rarely gotten it. It feels like a very finicky angle. Very, like, pixel perfect. Such precision required. Yeah, I might be able to cheese the course because of the exploit or whatever, but really aside from that. Yeah, dude is flat out faster than me. What the fuck? Which doesn't help. I kind of need to stay ahead though, don't I? Hey. Oh, I'm grateful. Oh! Fuck you! What? I'll take it. Just be mindful here, please. Yeah, this really would change the trajectory of speedrunning, I imagine, by like a lot. But you would also need to practice religiously to really make sure that you don't turn a time save into a time loss. Because that's the thing. It wasn't easy to do for me, and that was with save states as assistants. But yeah, no, it's just gotta be careful. But the thing is though, I don't even know. Would these even be like allowed in speedruns? Because something tells me that they probably wouldn't be, even though it would be the faster way to get through the game. But I don't recall ever seeing any of these kinds of glitches used in a single run, at least in the last 10 years. But it's funny because this is kind of already slow enough as it is, but obviously it's so much more faster than doing the course when you can get it right. To the point that I have to wonder if it actually would be worthwhile going for multiple times on the same straight. You know, you try and you fail, then you go backwards, and then try again, or do you just keep going with the course and try again on the next lap? Because I think it is a worthwhile time save, but how much are you willing to risk it in a run? See, yeah, we are talking, if done right, 7 laps of time save. That's pretty insane. That's pretty insane. But that's the thing, though. That's, cool. You did a thing. But what now? Because we do appear to be very much slower. So yeah, what happens now? Because I wouldn't think that it would let us quit whilst we're in the middle of the championship and tune the car. Much less change vehicles, but yeah, I really can't think. Because this is it. This is the moment of truth. If I can't get, first position with a moderately decent time, then there's really no point. Well, I suppose I can use some Chick Hicks strategies to. But look at that! Look at that speed difference. I'm essentially going to have to try to trail behind. Nah, they are just way too fast. I can't even chick hicks this stuff, you know? It's like they actually do have tuned up vehicles at this state. Yeah, it's bonkers to me that it never even occurred to me that they could have that, but no, they absolutely do. They totally do. That's not rubber banding being capped or whatever, or I don't know. They're not. They're not unrestricted. They are just flatly tuned faster or bluntly. But yeah, that alone kind of just sets the stage right there. Set a moderate lap. Fuck's sake. Yeah, real moderate. I knew this was gonna freaking happen. It's like I can't even keep up with the slipstream zone. My gosh. God, that was horrendous. Yeah, I literally can't even chick hicks this at this rate. Dude, what the fuck is this lap? I blame the tire wear, but at the same time, seriously, what the freak? But this is actually why I didn't save state it. Because if there's a chance I can turn it up before I start the race, fuck me. Yeah, not even close. Not even close. My gosh. Lost chance. Can I actually chick hicks this? That's the thing, we've already established that I can't even keep up with them during a slipstream. Like that in that stage of the game. Yeah, they are just so much more faster. Again, really just no point at this point. Which is good that they do get some tuning adjustments to make it more of a challenge. This is starting to make sense now to why it was so difficult to get through the Pagani Pre, because that was annoying. But will it let me? Yeah, no, I can't even. That's weird though. I remember I used to be able to. Oh, maybe it's saving. I don't know. I could swear I could boot out of this and then come back. Yeah, maybe it is saving. And then you come back and then you have to boot back into it type of thing. Huh. I wonder. Because if I do that and then boot out of the game and then load into the game afterward, we might be able to get the same kind of results. Maybe. Maybe. Because yeah, I mean even then I don't even need to technically. Yeah, I could still quit out of the pre if I wanted to. And then just load back into it essentially. Yeah, so let's try that out, maybe. So yeah, it's bizarre that I can save the game from here, but I can't load from there. It's kind of frustrating. Because they went out of their way to put the save there, just not load. Oh well. So yeah, what does that do if I do that? Oh, that's a loading screen. Is it just going to boot into it? It is going to boot into it. So there you go. It's flatly just put us back straight into the pre, which is cool. It is cool that you can do that. You can just resume right where you left off, type of thing. But I don't remember it behaving that way. I thought you got access to the menu and shit. It's crazy. It's got all that going on behind this screen. That's why it took so long to load, because it has loaded everything in game. Very interesting. So okay, I don't think I can do it. I thought I could. Which is good that you can't have that. But that's so weird though. I could have sworn that you got more freedom to access up the other menus. Maybe I'm thinking the freedom was in the sense that you could, roam around here, but if you wanted to go back into the pre, you had to load to do that. Yeah, maybe that's just a little fuzzy in memory. But yeah, as it stands, I think, yes, I will need to for sure do this stuff. It's crazy to think that even a game like this that has the amount of polish that it does, even a game like this has input delays, not just through emulation, but it's like it has its own dedicated input delays, but it's more so specific to the animation of the UI. But that's the thing, it's also personal preference whether you want to have that implemented to begin with, because it could be a case of, well, we don't want players to accidentally spam too quickly and skip past a screen, so for that reason, put an animation in place so it, shows you when you're able to click next. So, that's the thing, and it is absolutely debatable whether or not a game should or shouldn't have input delays, especially relative to menu navigating and UI, anything graphics related. So yeah, at this rate, it looks like I will probably have to redo Cartazoa, but so be it. I mean, look, it's no skin off my nose with that shortcut. How's this going? Oh, right, we haven't even done all of them. Really? Thank you. No. Okay, and that's all that. Jaworski. Do you mind? Okay, and that's that. Alright. Yeah, there is unmistakably input delays. Even not so much to do with the menu and the way it's been programmed, but I can feel it. Like I hit it now, 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 and that absolutely was not present on the PlayStation 2, which as it shouldn't be. But it does make me wonder why in the world is it happening here? Because I mean, Steam Deck's pretty good for the most part, but yeah, I do have to wonder what's the deal. Is it an emulation problem? Is it a Steam Deck problem? Is it an output problem? Is it a controller problem? I really don't know. Because I'm noticing it more noticeably in menus. But the point is, if it affects menus, then it absolutely, most definitely affects gameplay as well. And if it affects gameplay, that obviously also means it's going to affect my driving line, my approach. And that is where I do take issue to it. Because even though it's not like a super big deal, I can still technically play it, I can still technically get through it. It does force me into a position of basically needing to update my gameplay to ultimately input, so I'm going to be, as if I'm going to be preparing ahead of time. And that is frustrating. Especially if it's not accurate to how the game would really accurately play. Jesus, this is really taking much more longer than I would have thought to render this stuff. Holy shit. Wasn't expecting to be that fast. Holy shit, and the engine sound too. Fuck me. Oh my gosh. Though I do have to wonder if this is going to screw up the gears when you get to the max. Yeah, this sound like a Nissan. Fuck. That's timed badly. Whew, still got it. Listen to that engine, holy shit. It's like a hybrid of a Toyota Supra and a Nissan R39R. Yeah, for real, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's like a hybrid, full-on merge. Something tells me the tire wear is going to certainly get burnt out much more quicker with these upgrades. Too much! I might have to tweak some of the gear ratios at this rate. What the fuck was that? Yeah, look at that. Taiwa's already gone. And I realized that the glitch definitely doesn't help with tire wear. I have for sure observed that they really do get burnt out. There's a lot of friction that goes into these kinds of glitches. That's just a side effect of it. Perhaps I should have pitted in when I was spewed out. Wow, that even impacts the speed of the reversing. Jesus. And there we go. So I think the point, the original point at least, of the saving is just in case like power cuts or whatever, which very much used to happen in the early 2000s, let me tell you, at least from my experiences. So yeah, for sure. Fucking hell, what a difference in the speed. From slower to just flat out faster. Not subpar speed, we are faster. Full stop. But as I feared, the fucking tire wear is just getting obliterated in seconds. I was afraid something like that was gonna happen. I don't even think I'll be able to last 5 laps at this rate. Look at that, already borderline yellow. Unbelievable. And also, as I feared, the gear ratio. Yeah, I mean, that's on me. I did intend to save state it before we started the race so I could get the ratio fine. Get off the fucking grass, purple strip. He says he's gonna do this. Yeah, seriously, if I can even make it 3 laps at this rate without it going red, it would be a miracle. I mean, we are obviously faster. Yeah, cap. But will it be enough to pull off some pit stops? This is the real question. Yeah, look at that, already a bit of orange on the horizon. I think we should be fine because we are building up, I think, enough time to warrant a pit stop. It's off. Are you gonna get it, Bobby? Yeah, I'll have to do a 369 pit stop, I think, at this rate. Yeah, when we're straight, we're fine, but it's when we start steering, that's where it gets iffy. Yeah. Essentially lost all that time save. And it's interesting because it does force me to get a bit more creative with how I approach a type of race like this. Where it's like, oh yeah, sure, you're faster, but man, you're gonna pit so much more often now. You can only hope that they will need to pit, which they probably won't. But we'll see, I guess. Try not to steer too much and interact with the ripple strips and grass. Do that much and we'll be fine. Get off! It's not too bad. I think we're a lot worse the first time. But I needed to see the damage for myself as well. Still got some orange on the horizon. So it's a... What the fuck are you doing? Well, I haven't built up the ground. So at this rate, don't know if I'll be able to win. Again, unless they pit, we low-key screwed. This isn't looking good. I'm actually a bit bewildered to how overpowered it actually is. Because it feels as overpowered as an F1, which is just insane. Actually, is that fun? Yeah. It's a shame because we obviously are faster, it's just the tire wear consumption that really betrays it. Okay, that one's starting to trip. So maybe they will pit. Not that it's going to do me any good. If I didn't have to pit in on 9, maybe, but by which point we'll be really out of it. So if you can preserve enough tire wear to last an extra lap. Okay. I said preserve, not freaking wear. This is your chance to build up the ground. Oh fuck, he's already out? Jesus. Shit. Yeah,
this is going to be a struggle just to maintain this. Because it's already... And to be fair, going off didn't help. Fuck's sake. I wonder if it would be a good idea to pit in now. Because that way I reset my tire wear, and all I need to do is just go bonkers with the lap times to try to get to first by the time the tire wear starts to bail. Can I do that? That's 17 seconds to build up. I don't know if it's going to be enough. I mean, it's a strategy, but will it pay off? Can it work? Because again, there's no question I am faster, but can I be faster while preserving the tire wear enough to win? Yeah, we're definitely faster. Just, again, preserve the tire wear, and we're good. I think I save stated it at the absolute perfect place, because it's either stay out and put up with the even worse tire wear and try to win, or pit in and try to conserve the fresh tire wear. I don't know, that's still a lot of ground to build up. Because we haven't even done half. Might be close to it. But I don't think it's going to be enough. Especially as my tire wear is getting worse now. To be fair, I'm also trying to conserve the tire wear, so if I just go absolutely just, full throttle, no care to preserve it, maybe I can do better. Because again, that's the thing, we're on the last lap, so if tire wear isn't really a concern, I don't know, maybe it will be fine. Makes it kind of interesting though, huh? Dude, what the fuck? What was that? I blame the ripple strip for that one, because that totally... Wow. I can't believe how much it magnified the frickin' speed. The steering. the steering speed, because, yeah, seriously, just all of a sudden was like, yoink, all the way to the left. We might be able to win, but I'm going to go a little bit more full throttle and see how that fares. Is what I'd like to say. Yeah, fucking hell, the ripple strips really do. Just, they not only chew through the tire wear, but they really speed up your turning. So much more with this upgrade, at least. So what do we get? We got like 10 seconds by the time we crossed the lap last time from memory. How about now? Not the best performance, but okay, alright. You can see the end. Nah, it's not enough, is it? It's just not enough. And that tire's just totally bailed at that point, so... how annoying. Versus if we stay out and not fuck up. Versus if we don't fuck up. I can barely catch up to first place, but obviously my tire wear is going to be infinitely worse. To the point I can't even get first position at this rate. Dude, what the fuck? I can't even straight. I wonder if that's the way to do it. Could I chick hicks it? Because that might be an alternative. It's amazing how much the tire wear can make the power of the engine suffer. So you can feel it trying to go faster, but it's just rejecting it, going, nah, I'm good. Look at that, it's just, what the fuck? It's like it all of a sudden is a snail's pace now. I'll never get over that, it's just insane to me. Yeah, it's had it. Yeah, frustrating. So I don't know. I could do it. I could win that way. But it would be a very awkward way of playing, so I'd almost have to like slow down everybody to do it. But that's the thing. With save stating, it might just work. but I would have to commit to it at the same time. Fucking hell, everybody else is already caught up. I could do it, you know. Could like save state it here and just be like, yeah, alright. And is that fair? Trying to keep the lead. It could be a dead end, for sure. But again, I have to remind myself I am faster. Like, what the fuck? See what I mean? It's like it just totally magnifies something as soon as you do that. Yeah, I think this is going to take a little bit longer than I thought. But I do think this has maybe got a little bit more chance of working, even though it's not exactly ideal. Because I think that is the trick. If we can slow them down so I can catch up to them enough to just get in front as I cross the line, then we're good. I'm going to try one more time with this method. And if this just is not going to cut it, then I might have to save state it for trying to basically have them going slower. But that's the thing, again, it doesn't really seem to matter because I can get the best possible lap time. I'm just not catching up enough to take the lead at the final corner. I'm just getting too much tire wear dealt and too many bullshit moments like that. It's just, yeah, the tire wear is too sensitive. Oh, fuck. It's like it really is trying to force me to use more tire wear. And I'm not really sure why. Just not a good course for it in that respect. Because again, it doesn't really matter how much I conserve. It's just not enough. Alright, I wonder how this fares in comparison then. Because that was a little bit more lined up. Because we needed at least under 10 seconds. Yeah, nah, that's piss weak. It's still 10, but we need it under 10 at the bare minimum. Yeah, it's not going to cut it. Not even close. Which is unfortunate. But like I said, I think at this point there really is more chance of me staying out and trying to get it that way. Because this is more unattainable, even though it's not a bad idea. yeah, again, just this is just more impossible, more unattainable. Whereas at least with this method, where I stay out if I can, it's more risky, much more unrealistic, not exactly ideal, but it is attainable. Yeah, wow, again, ripple strips really do just magnify the shit out of it. Again, as soon as I start steering a little bit, it's just not having it. So awkward. And that's somebody forcing me to, yeah, go on the ripple strip, and that's just begging to fuck up. Oh man, what a drag. Fuck. Nice. Could do without the tie wire myself, though. What did I just say? It's like at this point, ripple strips are your kryptonite. Yeah, like literally. Yeah, it is just, it's so evil at this point. It is so evil. Ooh, nice. We'll have to keep that in mind. Oh shit, he totally fucked up. Like, actually, what the shit? I didn't realize it was that bad. If I could just do that for all the cars, we're good. I'm tempted to save it, but I should have done it earlier if I was going to do that. We can do it once, we can do it again. Yeah, it's a great time save. 3.7, are you kidding? Alright, I'm almost tempted to see if I can wing it. Just got one more lap. More than likely, this won't work. But it's nice to dream, though, right? I don't know, maybe rubber banding can be on my side this time. Yeah, look, 12 seconds. That's only 2 more than 10. And it went so well last time. You never know. Fuck. Yeah, I really probably shouldn't have saved it when I did, but whatever. It's one less lap to have to worry about, though. The difference would really hardly be different. Yeah, they're freaking dead. So dead. I can't even stay straight. That bonkers. But again, I am faster, so as long as I can maintain it, maybe enough to throw one or two of them out, I could actually win this. And again, with save states on my side, there's actually a possibility of being able to pull this off. Like right now, it's looking pretty good. Don't want to get ballsy and risky, like so. Yeah, that could work. That could work. I think we can win. If I can throw at least one of them out of that corner, I probably could make it if I save stated it that way. I don't want to underestimate how powerful save stating can be. Fuck me. Surprised I held on for as long as I did, to be honest. Yeah, that's going to be an interesting hurdle to try to overcome, for sure, when we get close to this section. It's like so badly trying to wear itself out. Wow. It's like it really is. It really, really is. It's such a bizarre kind of form of gameplay. And I do have to applaud PD for their efforts on recreating the feel of tile wear, irrespective of the accuracy. That really is about the limit I can dish out. much tempted to save it here. Best we've done so far. Wow, kind of in breaking piece. Unbelievable. And that, my friends, is why it's so important to knock out at least one of them. That was a pretty damn clean lap too. Yeah, I think we are going to need to knock out at least one. Fuck me. Was this a mistake? I mean, we can still knock him out, to be fair. Again, I don't want to underestimate the power of save stating. Fuck off. Yes! Oh, fuck for that. Oof. Okay. Oh. That was pain. My gosh. Okay. Alright, I think now would be a good time to do a little bit of this. So what are we doing next? Was it Deep Forest? Oh, that is super soft. Oh shit. Oh shit. That was super soft. God damn. I think that. Oh shit. I think that was the trade-off, though, right? It's like you get super useful handling, but it just burns through it real quick. I think that's the trade-off. Oh fuck. Let me try again. A little harder. Interesting, it says super hard, but then it goes super slick here. Is that a typer? Alright, try that for tires. But I also want to see. Where am I going? Ah, here we go. Yeah. Is it this? Oh no. This. bonkers that you have so much variety at your command. Am I getting that right? Look at that graphic, that visual. It's amazing. They program this in. Again, for a game that was 25 years ago, it's pretty freaking cool. So this is another good trait, great trait about the qualifying. You can test these settings out before you go on to the racetrack properly. It's better. Much better. Much better. Feels like a proper race car now. Still a little slippery, but compensation for how overpowered it is. And fuck me, those tires are... Yeah, what a difference. What a fucking difference. They don't even show any signs of green. It feels good for its ness. What a difference. What an absolute difference. Yeah, again, I totally did intend to do this for the last race, but it just, yeah, I was too click happy. At least we got first in the end, eventually. Through a lot of trial and error. A bit shocked that that's actually allowed. Because, like, low-key, they totally should have the same setup as license, where if you touch the green, you're done. Either redo or you're just booted out type of thing, rejected. Yeah. Still got that uber sensitivity as soon as you touch the ripple strip, so that's kind of... I mean, look, yeah, it's not like it's exclusive to this vehicle, to be fair. but it does feel like this one does amplify the effects, even if it is there present for other vehicles too. Look how long this pre's gonna shape up to be. It really is like a 10-lap fiasco for all the races. And is it a 5 or 10 lap race event? I forget. I think it's 10. Yeah, it certainly is a lot more equal now, that's for sure. Yeah, they actually might just be faster than me, but the difficulty spike might not be there. I don't know, hard to say. But definitely a heck of a lot more equal. Something to keep an eye on. I do for sure feel like I'm a heck of a lot more on edge of stuffing up. And it does feel like it's going to be very costly if I stuff up. Again, we might be fine if rubber banding is going to kick in. Alright, we're starting to get a bit of a better grip, I think. Bit of a lead. Yeah, I think they are feeling the effects of the tire wear while I'm not. So in that light, I do still think they are faster than me. But that's the thing, kind of like how it was the last race, basically. I think the tables have turned. I think while they are faster than I am, they are compensating for it by basically getting weaker tire wear, and they're starting to feel those effects. Whereas me, on the other hand, I'm still fucking green, and we're on lap 8. And I thought for sure we'd be on yellow by now, or a smidge of yellow, because we were green on lap 4, so yeah, I think that's it. I think the tables really have turned. So I don't think I'm doing too much better. But I do think they have for sure slowed down, and that's the only explanation. The tire wear on their part. Will they pit in now? Maybe next lap. Because that's the thing, they did very much need to pit in last race, so that was very telling to the settings that they're working with. I also think the slipstreaming on their end wouldn't be doing me any favors, whilst I'm trying to acquaint myself with the new physics. The new fill. Yeah, this still handles surprisingly well, despite 10 laps essentially of tire wear. Not bad at all. Very nice. No pit. Interesting. Good. Well, if we can get through that, we can get through the rest. I guess the question is just whether or not... God, I missed that freaking haze effect of the heat. Because they totally don't have it in GD4. How did that happen? But yeah, if we can make it through that, should be fine. It's just whether or not it's 10 races or 5. I mean, it doesn't matter. We'll do what we can. It's a very interesting handling vehicle. Reminds me of something, I can't place it though. Huh. This might be an interesting race this time around. What? Still 6th. What? I'm 2 seconds behind? No, that was a waste of time. It's crazy to think, though, that this really is the first time I would have ever done this pre. I mean, like, look, I don't know, not to say I haven't done this in the past, but if I have, I really don't remember doing it. I know for sure I definitely did play a heck of a lot more of the game in the early 2000s compared to the 2010s, and especially now, for sure. But I also know that I didn't really do many events that were that didn't involve race cars. So yeah, any events that were like this, where they forced you to use road cars and to basically tune them up and all that, trial and error style, lessened the chances of me tackling them back in the day. So yeah, not to say I didn't, but at the same time, it would be, yeah, less a chance. Because that's the thing, like, I know for a fact that I did go on this very track in the Pagani Pre, because that was, I'll never forget that experience. That was, whew, yeah, that was quite the experience, trying to get the road car Pagani to be tuned up enough to basically win against a Le Mans race car Pagani. And I believe we did eventually do it. I gave up trying, but I remember my dad did try a few times to get it right and eventually got it, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think I'm right. I think they are faster than I am. But as soon as their tire wear starts to kick in, that all of a sudden starts to change. It's weird too, because it doesn't even feel like it's slightly altered speed, but yeah, at normal it's even going to be slower. Yeah, I think I've noticed a few times now that there is no contact with the wall sound effect at certain speeds. I think the demo impact sound was supposed to be repurposed for that. Because obviously there is still an impact sound in the final when you have a more full throttle speed. But yeah, no, I do think for sure Because if you compare the sound, it certainly is a lot less impactful for what was used in the demo. And I could absolutely picture that, hearing that, for like that contact with the wall where you're not as fast and you're not really hitting it head on. I could absolutely picture it. Because it, again, just doesn't have that impact to it, which I think is why it would work so well for it. I wonder if they'll pit this time. Or was it a 13-minute race last race? Guess this might be a little longer. Heck of a lot longer, actually. I wish this track would make a comeback in either GT7 or just generally, because, I mean, it'd be very interesting to see the graphics comparison. Old gen to next gen. I wonder, has anybody ever called it back gen before? Just like next gen, back gen? Or previous gen? It's interesting though, because they're not showing any signs of slowing down this time, so maybe they weren't pitted. Maybe their tire wear isn't as depleted this time around. In that light, it does seem for sure that the more curvy and steering required the track is, corner oriented style, the more they're going to need to use a lot, even if they don't pit. Then again, Apricot Hill isn't exactly what I would call a corner-oriented track for the most part. I mean, for sure, a lot of lefts and rights while trying to go fast, but I don't know. I think that's got the distance to where it I don't know. It's similar to this in that respect, but I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I think they have slowed down or started to slow down almost. And again, even though they may not pit, I think they are slowing down. Only now, though. So through those lenses, they may not pit this time around. Then again, the course is longer, so maybe they will. We'll see. Because it kind of does seem to inherit both traits to the previous tracks. I think it's also a me thing too. I do seem to get a bit more acquainted and comfortable with the vehicle control and how to navigate through the lap when I get a little bit beyond the halfway point versus the first few laps. So I think, yeah, combine those two factors together might explain the lead or leads toward the second half portion. Yeah, like fucking hell, like a 10-second gap borderline versus when they were like really like seconds away, if at all. Borderline taking the lead every corner. Yeah, there we go. Pit-to-roo. Because that's the thing, this is obviously longer than Deep Forest. So it just reaches that window of time where it's enough to make them go, yeah, no, pit in. But this might even be longer than Apricot Hill. Be curious to see a poll on who, like what the vote would be for wanting to see Apricot Hill return or this. Because I feel like if the FIA is involved, it would be this. But at the same time, I don't believe this is actually a real course. I think they just wanted to put a racetrack next to a landmark and called it a day. Or, no, that's not fair. I think they actually did take reference from the streets. Because I think that's what they did for both GT2 and 5, I think it was, if not 6. Oh, interesting. Hang on. Did they get the lead back? Or did the 190s pit in? Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. And again with a heat phase. Haze. How's this going? Did we get that? Just double check. We did indeed not get that. Okay. And then just that last one, which we'll do now too. Might as well. this is starting to look more like a PS2 game now. Which is a shame, because it's mainly attributed to the fact that I lost all those emulator enhancements that I put on. In fact, is it? Yeah, no, it would be still widescreen, but yeah, it's just the smoothness of it all where it would be a little lacking. I love that you can see like a bit of the water behind there, considering it wasn't even there in the demos. Speaking of demos, holy shit. I cannot believe we finally have, at long last, oh, perfect timing for it, the Looper version 2 GT concept demo fully dumped. We have all the known Gran Turismo 3 engine demos, which is just so cool, because I was actually on the hunt for those two Looper demos almost religiously on eBay for a time. Yeah, I'd even say maybe even more on the lookout for it than for the 063 demo. Only because there actually is a lot more chance of getting those Looper demos since they were publicly released. They're just super fucking rare. Whereas the E3 demo, chances of that just randomly popping up on eBay is just very, very, very unlikely, realistically speaking. Better than last. Actually, I've always wanted to start in the center, somewhere around that. That way I'm not fully last, I'm not just first all the time. I'd be curious to see how the, what is it, the 104s? How they behave with, like, top maxed out stats. Do they have an easier time going up against these? Yay or nay? Do you mind? Bloody hell. Yeah, again, I think they are actually faster than I am. It's just when we get to the second half of the race, they start to slow down a bit. That or they just have better handling than I. So that's the thing. I do actually feel like I'm in constant fear of like going out if I hit the ripple strip the wrong way, or it's very powerful, but it's also very slidey oriented, or has the capacity to slide a lot. Yeah, I think that the second race for sure kind of scarred me. Because now I'm like constant fear of like expending tire wear. Fuck. Yeah, I'm noticing a lot that as soon as air gets under the car, it really just starts behaving really weird. And I don't want to call it realistic either. Wonder if they're starting to slow down already, because I'm surprised they haven't taken the lead or gotten close enough to start slipstreaming, but that might just change now. No. Yeah, again, as soon as just a slight bit of air, because it's not even air control, because that was like more of a slide than anything, but it does kind of feel like traits of the air are getting under the vehicle or something along those lines. I think I know what it is, why I'm so paranoid or constant edge with this one. It's just, you do feel a massive amount of speed loss anytime you're steering. Like a noticeable amount of speed loss, which usually isn't the case or apparent. But with this one, it very much is. So I wouldn't say it's a tire wear fear per se. I mean, that probably is a small factor. But I do feel like I'm in constant fear of losing speed more than anything. Especially with the stakes as well. Especially with how close they just generally are with this setup. and how close they are for the first half, especially. And again, I do typically seem to handle a lot better in the second half. So yeah, again, curious. Interesting how the turned have tables. Yeah, now 4, nearly 5 seconds. Yeah, they are slowing down. I wonder if they'll pit this time. Well, it's about an equal amount of time to get through. Yeah, similar time to a worm, so I would guess so. And there certainly are a lot of bendy. Streaming? Hey, yo, what the fuck? Are we still streaming? Come back. What did you do? Hey. We'll have none of that. Fuck off. Be gone, red bars. Be gone. Is this just it? Is this just it? I have to be on constant edge of the freaking stream bailing. Come on. Are you gonna improve? There we go. Thank you. What the fuck, man? Alright. Is that it? We good now? I mean, to be fair, it's the first time in what, 2 or so hours that it's done that. We're good. Alright. Seems to just be a one-off, but yeah, that just happened out of nowhere though. It didn't give me an error and then screw off. It just immediately just bailed and was like, it's going to end soon if there's no data. And it's like, whoa, where did that come from? It's like great. Now I have to watch another thing. But okay, the error's fucked off, so that's good. Yeah, hopefully that was just a one-off. Because again, it's only just now happened. And look, truth be told, it seems to be a little bit more unforgiving on the iMac. Speaking of unforgiving, heck of a lot more unforgiving on the iMac than on the PC. But still, push my luck, right? There we go, pitting in. Whoa. Speaking of pushing luck. Yeah, where'd you come from? will he fit in now, I wonder? Stakes would dictate otherwise. But there we go. Yeah, wow, I totally shouldn't have made it back on to the course, but again, it really is like it just amplifies your values with steering. I can't believe I was able to use that to get back on. Interesting. Good. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know if I would have done this in the early 2000s. I don't think I would have if I were putting money on it. But at the same time, I do know that I did go through a phase where I was like, I was almost bored because I'd done everything else. So I did start to slowly trim away at a pre every once in a while. Although I don't recall if I would have done it in the way that I'm doing it now, where I'm essentially doing everything in reverse. And I think that's why this feels like it could be the first real experience for me going through this. Okay, it was a 5 race pre. Cool. Alright. What to win? What is there to pick? Nothing super stupid interesting. But I do have to wonder. Okay, so yeah, that's 2 the same. Are they all the same? I think they are. What about you? Yeah, they're all the same. And I don't really know what kind of, paint job, livery, whatever, would be ideal. So I think I'll just rest on that. So was it worth it in the end? Because it kind of don't seem like it was. So what do we actually win? You know what? I think I probably would have been better off getting this. Because I'm realizing now that that was the more expensive one, and typically the one that's the most expensive is the more faster. But it might also not have let me into the pre. Am I stupid? Didn't we get a more like maroon, metallic kind of color? I mean, that has to be it, right? Ruby metallic. Because there's nothing else I can really see. Maybe was it not that? No, it had to have been that, unless it's like a variant. Hang on. Yeah, 190. Nostalgic red metallic. Ooh, that is a new paint job. What the fuck? You can't buy that? Okay, I will keep. Yeah. Okay. And what were the alternatives? There was a pink one, wasn't there, that we got as a substitute? I don't see that in the stream playback for the options in the car dealership. Yo, is there like an alternative version of this vehicle that has its own kind of paint jobs? Because that's kind of what it seems like, even though this is a 190. I will keep that. I do prefer that for sure. I don't know what the others have, though, to be fair. Because there might be better ones, but there also might not be. I don't have the patience to sift through all the hundreds of attempts to see, oh, they have green, oh, they have violet, ooh. Okay. So then, what's the deal? Yeah, like, they totally don't have it. Just black. Yeah, they totally don't have nostalgic red. Metallic red. Huh. But I guess, is it, or is it not the same? Yeah, smart. Uh-huh. So it is listed as a different color. It's like a thumbnail type of deal, but yeah, no, it is a at least 190. Huh? How about that? Ooh, and it's faster, is it? Or better brake? Horsepower. Price is the same. It's just slightly different. That's very interesting. I don't think many people would have picked up on that. And understandably so. But, okay, I have to then wonder, is there much of a difference? Because BHP would suggest a difference. $14,460. $26,181. Just not first, because it's your first time. Yes, of course. All right. Now you try it. So this should hopefully be faster. What? 380. Yep, faster. 25983. Yeah, definitely faster. Interesting. Yeah, not by a lot. Not by a lot at all. It's like 100 mil to 200 mil at the end. Yeah, okay. Alright, it's slightly faster. But I think kind of like the road car GT40, it's one of those cases where it's like, well, you can see yeah, on paper you can see a GT40 in the dealership, but there will be a difference to one of the variants you can win of them. So, huh. So I remember that kind of, not so much bugging me, but just really surprising me more than anything. So I remember seeing it in the Prima guide, and I was like, wait, what the heck? What? Why is that not in the dealership? It just felt like a secret to unlock. For reals. Really just took me by surprise. Fun fact, I've actually seen the Golf GT40 in real life. How old would I have been? I would have been about 30s, too young, I think. Maybe somewhere between 4 and 5-ish. I think 6 is too old. I think I would have been about 4 or 5-ish. It's crazy too, because you'd think I would have seen it at a motor show, but I believe it was actually coming home from a motor show to where we saw it, where it was pretty far away from it, but it was like on the outskirts of the city, which was still just surprising that it was around that period, because I used to go to the motor shows a lot back in those early days, but yeah, quite an experience. Didn't get to sit in it, unfortunately, but still got to see it up close, and I was like, holy shit, this was like a real moment of clarity to me that all of these cars are very much real. Because before it was like, oh, well, they're just, fancy designs. They could be Hot Wheels for all I knew. They could just be some custom designs, and that's it, and it's supposed to be loosely based off of actual real life cars. But again, yeah, it was a real moment of clarity that, oh shit, these actually are based on real life vehicles. They do exist in real life. There's no exaggeration. It is verbatim. So that was quite a real moment for me, where it was like, okay, respect. Because keep in mind too, again, I mentioned this recently. I really didn't have a lot of internet access when I was growing up, and especially at the age of like 3 through 6. It was virtually non-existent to me at home. And on top of that, it was also the early 2000s, so it was even harder to come by, especially for a kid, unless you had that type of upbringing that I didn't. So yeah, combine all that together, it just that was a real just a moment of awe, basically. Yeah, I wouldn't mind trying to go for that, both the race car and the road car. Actually, I wouldn't mind picking up all the road cars for the R390 and the GD1 eventually, but yeah, all in good time. I'm actually a bit surprised we didn't run into that from all these pre's, which I do have to wonder because I might be mistaking the silhouettes. I could be seeing them and thinking, well, yeah, no, I don't want the Le Mans race car because either A, I already have them, or B, I'm just thinking, well, I can maybe get better ones or more rare ones. Yeah, like that. I've already got the GT1, so maybe I've just thought, well, yeah, no, I've already got it. I don't need another one. When maybe it was actually the road car. So yeah, that's entirely possible. Maybe even probable that that's what's happened. For that. R390, on the other hand, maybe because I had the 787B, it's just, well, yeah, no, I don't need that. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I should start considering the prospect of redoing some of those, but for now, I think I will leave it there. I think I've pushed my luck as it is with both the time, how late I'm starting, and the soundtrack I need to get out by the end of the day, before the end of the day. But more importantly, the freaking YouTube stuff with the connection. So yeah, it's all right. I will be back on the 20th, and for sure we'll I think do a lot more, assuming my schedule will allow it. But look, if it doesn't, I'll just have to see if I can set my body clock up so we start a lot earlier, and that's the thing. I did try to do that this time, but it just was not having it with the capture card and the connection. But now that hopefully, problem-wise, should have been eliminated, that hopefully won't be the case in 10 days. So we'll see how we go. But yeah, I think with that, I will say thank you guys for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. And yeah. Stay tuned, like I said, for the 20th. Is there anything else I'm doing? Because I know there's a lot of stuff coming up. Oh yeah, right. Stay tuned for DP Cars, the PSP playthrough on the 14th, if those are interested for that. I'm a little torn whether to go on with Return to Monkey Island on the 12th or the 17th. I would have said the 17th if my capture card wasn't playing up. Sorry, I would have said the 17th if the capture card was fully playing up, but now that it seems to be resolved, I'm thinking maybe just get it over and done with and attend to it on the 12th. But at the same time, I do have a dev diary to attend to on the 13th, and that might wear me out if I'm speaking all day, like 2 days in a row. So yeah, I'm going to say maybe the 17th. That way it gives me a few days break. Yeah, I might do that. The 17th, I might do Return. We'll see how we go. And then, yeah, like I said, 20th for GT3, so yeah, should be good. So stay tuned for those dates to those that are interested. And yeah, thanks again. Stay safe. Have a good one. And I'll see you all next time, guys. Peace.